Question 131. Which animal is an official symbol of Canada? A. The bear. B. The moose. C. The beaver. D. The snowbird. The answer is C. The beaver. Question 168. What are the members of the House of Commons also known as? A. Commissioners. B. Members of Parliament or MPs. C. Members of the Provincial Parliament MPPs. D. None of these. The answer is B. Members of Parliament or MPs. Question 84. When was the current flag of Canada raised for the first time? A. 1921. B. 1965. C. 1949. D. 1892. The answer is B. 1965. Question 196. What did the government do to make immigration to Western Canada easier? A. Use the Great Lakes and Seaway to prairies. B. Built a railway across the prairies. C. Built a highway across the prairies. D. A and C. The answer is B. Built a railway across the prairies. Question 45. Why are the Great Lakes important to Canada? A. They provide water for irrigation. B. They provide fresh water and waterways. C. They provide waterways. D. They are tourist attractions. The answer is B. They provide fresh water and waterways. Question 194. How is Canada ranked in terms of geographical size in the world? A. It is the second largest country on Earth. B. It is the smallest country on Earth. C. It is the largest country on Earth. D. It is the seventh largest country on Earth. The answer is A. It is the second largest country on Earth. Question 200. How many levels of government are there in Canada? A. 10. B. 5. C. 13. D. 3. The answer is D. 3. Question 130. Who was the first Prime Minister of Canada? A. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. B. Alexander Mackenzie. C. Pierre Elliott Trudeau. D. Sir John Macdonald. The answer is A. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. Question 95. Which province is the only officially bilingual province? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Nova Scotia. D. New Brunswick. The answer is D. New Brunswick. Question 108. Where have most immigrants come from since the 1970s? A. Asia. B. England. C. France. D. USA. The answer is A. Asia. Question 55. 1/3 of all Canadians live in which province? A. Saskatchewan. B. Quebec. C. Alberta. D. Ontario. The answer is D. Ontario. Question 138. Where do the English and French have equal status in Canada? A. In the workplace. B. In schools. C. In the Parliament of Canada. D. At the City Hall. The answer is C. In the Parliament of Canada. Question 190. What is Canada's system of political governance called? A. Monarchy. B. Parliamentary government. C. Democratic process. D. Benevolent dictatorship. The answer is B. Parliamentary government. Question 56. Who can ask you about whom you voted for? A. No one. B. Any other Canadian. C. Your local MP. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is A. No one. Question 129. What does MPP stand for? A. Member of the Provincial Parachute. B. Member of the Provincial Police. C. Member of the Provincial Parliament. D. Member of the Provincial Publication. The answer is C. Member of the Provincial Parliament. Question 199. What does BNA stand for? A. British National Alliance. B. British North America Act. C. Black Nation Alliance. D. Bank of National Association. The answer is B. British North America Act. Question 167. Who among the following can help you with legal problems? A. Politicians. B. Lawyers. C. Members of Parliament. D. The police. The answer is B. Lawyers. Question 10. Which region covers more than 1/3 of Canada? A. Northern Territories. B. South Region. C. North Region. D. Southern Territories. The answer is A. Northern Territories. Question 93. What does CPR stand for? A. Canadian Pacific Railway. B. Canadian People Railway. C. Canadian Public Road. D. Canadian People Resource. The answer is A. Canadian Pacific Railway. Question 7. What was the name of the new country formed in Confederation? A. Britain. B. Canada. C. Canadian Confederation. D. Dominion of Canada. The answer is D. Dominion of Canada. Question 115. Who is considered Canada's greatest soldier? A. General Sir Arthur Currie. B. Phil Edwards. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Rick Hansen. The answer is A. General Sir Arthur Currie. Question 109. How many Canadians have been awarded the Victoria Cross? A. 96. B. 500. C. 2. D. 122. The answer is A. 96. Question 164. Which of the following was invented by Alexander Graham Bell? A BlackBerry. B. Fax machine. C. Telephone. D. Internet. The answer is C. Telephone. Question 16. In what jobs did the Métis first work with European settlers? A. Supplies traders, guides and interpreters. B. Taking care of children. C. Building housing. D. Fishing. The answer is A. Supplies traders, guides and interpreters. Question 159. What are the men who established Canada called? A. Fathers of Confederation. B. Fathers of Dominion of Canada. C. Fathers of Canada. D. Fathers of Constitution. The answer is A. Fathers of Confederation. Question 28. What are the provinces of Central Canada? A. Ontario and Quebec. B. Ontario and Alberta. C. Quebec and New Brunswick. D. Alberta and Saskatchewan. The answer is A. Ontario and Quebec. Question 157. Where do Inuit people live? A. Ontario. B. Reserve land. C. In scattered communities across the Arctic. D. Prairie provinces. The answer is C. In scattered communities across the Arctic. Question 65. What is Canada's system of government called? A. Dictatorship. B. Parliamentary government. C. Military rule. D. Communism. The answer is B. Parliamentary government. Question 14. What do you call the King's representative in the province's 8th? A. Governor-Lieutenant. B. King's Governor. C. Lieutenant Governor. D. Governor-General. The answer is C. Lieutenant Governor. Question 102. What is the symbol of the Canadian government? A. The Parliament. B. The Crown. C. The national flag. D. The snowbirds. The answer is B. The Crown. Question 88. Which provinces are connected to Ontario by land? A. New Brunswick in Quebec. B. Alberta and Quebec. C. Steve, Manitoba and Quebec. D. Manitoba and Alberta. The answer is C. Steve, Manitoba and Quebec. Question 106. Who is the head of government in Canada? A. The Sovereign. B. The Prime Minister. C. The Premier. D. The Commissioner. The answer is B. The Prime Minister. Question 178. What is the largest religious affiliation in Canada? A. Roman Catholic. B. Hindu. C. Muslim. D. Jewish. The answer is A. Roman Catholic. Question 111. Who is known as the greatest living Canadian? A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. B. Terry Fox. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Sir Sanford Fleming. The answer is A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. Question 25. What forms a jury? A. Politicians. B. Immigrants. C. Judges. D. A jury is made up of citizens. The answer is D. A jury is made up of citizens. Question 151. What are the three branches of the Canadian government? A. Executive, Senate, and Judicial. B. Executive, Legislative, and Monarchy. C. Executive, Police, and Judicial. D. Executive, Legislative, and Judicial. The answer is D. Executive, Legislative, and Judicial. Question 155. What is a part of our heritage under the Canadian legal system? A. Freedom under law. B. Democratic principles and due process. C. Rule of law. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Question 188. Who were the first Aboriginal people living in Canada? A. American and British. B. Spanish. C. French and Chinese. D. Indians, First Nations, and Inuits, Eskimos. The answer is D. Indians, First Nations, and Inuits, Eskimos. Question 149. Who invented the snowmobile? A. Alexander Graham Bell. B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. C. Sir Sanford Fleming. D. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward. The answer is B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. Question 64. Who proclaimed the amended Constitution of Canada in 1982? A. The Senate. B. Queen Elizabeth II. C. The people of Canada. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is B. Queen Elizabeth II. Question 154. Federal elections are carried out to elect which of the following? A. Premier. B. Prime Minister. C. Member of Parliament. D. Senator. The answer is C. Member of Parliament. Question 187. Which province has a long history of coal mining, forestry, and agriculture? A. Nova Scotia. B. New Brunswick. C. Prince Edward Island. D. Ontario. The answer is A. Nova Scotia. Question 197. What are the three main groups of Aboriginal peoples? Inuit. A. United Empire Loyalists. B. Acadians, Métis, and First Nations. C. Early French settlers. D. Métis, First Nations, and Inuit. The answer is D. Métis, First Nations, and Inuit. Question 118. What is the other name for a trial court? A. The Court of Queen's Bench. B. The Federal Court. C. The Provincial Court. D. The Small Claims Courts. The answer is A. The Court of Queen's Bench. Question 6. Which of the following is the federal government responsible for? A. Highways. B. For natural resources. C. Education. D. Interprovincial trade and communications. The answer is D. Interprovincial trade and communications. Question 52. Who circled the globe in a wheelchair to raise funds for spinal cord research? A. Reginald Fessenden. B. Rick Hansen. C. Terry Fox. D. Gerhard Herzberg. The answer is B. Rick Hansen. Question 134. What do you call the king's representative in the territories? A. Commissioner. B. Member of the Legislative Assembly. C. Sir. D. Lieutenant Governor. The answer is A. Commissioner. Question 20. When did settlers from France first establish communities on the St. Lawrence River? A. Late 1600s. B. Early 1700s. C. Late 1700s. D. Early 1600s. The answer is D. Early 1600. Question 5. What are the two official languages of Canada? A. In English. B. Speak French and inactive. C. English and French. D. Mandarin and English. The answer is C. English and French. Question 121. Which of the following are the three founding peoples of Canada? A. American. French and British. B. Aboriginal. French and British. C. French. American and Indian. D. British. American and Aboriginal. The answer is B. Aboriginal. French and British. Question 27. When is Remembrance Day celebrated? A. July 1st. B. October 6th. C. November 11th. D. November 20th. The answer is C. November 11th. Question 19. Who appoints the judges of the Supreme Court of Canada? A. The Governor-General. B. The Prime Minister. C. Other judges. D. The people. The answer is A. The Governor-General. Question 15. How are members of Parliament chosen? A. Elected by senators. B. Elected by the Prime Minister. C. Chosen by the King. D. Elected by Canadian citizens. The answer is D. Elected by Canadian citizens. Question 165. Which sport has the greatest number of registered players in Canada? A. Lacrosse. B. Soccer. C. Curling. D. Basketball. The answer is B. Soccer. Question 105. Which oceans line Canada's frontiers? A. The Pacific Ocean in the west. B. The Atlantic Ocean in the east. C. The Arctic Ocean to the north. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Question 35. Which province has the most valuable forest industry in Canada? A. Ontario. B. Alberta. C. Quebec. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 99. Who among these is a Nobel Prize-winning scientist? A. Gerhard Herzberg. B. Marshall McLuhan. C. Alexander Graham Bell. D. Harold Innis. The answer is A. Gerhard Herzberg. Question 23. Which of the following is not a responsibility of Canadian citizens? A. Learning to speak both official languages. B. Voting in elections. C. Obeying the law. D. Taking responsibility for oneself and one's family. The answer is A. Learning to speak both official languages. Question 128. Who signs the bills if it is approved by the provincial parliament? A. The mayor. B. Dalton McGuinty. C. Members of the provincial parliament. D. The lieutenant governor. The answer is D. The lieutenant governor. Question 96. Where do most French-speaking Canadians live? A. Nova Scotia. B. Quebec. C. Ontario. D. New Brunswick. The answer is B. Quebec. Question 120. What is the tenure of the Governor-General? A. 4 years. B. 6 years. C. 5 years. D. 7 years. The answer is C. 5 years. Question 57. When did the United Empire Loyalists come to Canada? A. Late 1600s. B. Early 1600s. C. Early 1700s. D. Late 1700s. The answer is D. Late 1700. Question 195. When is Labor Day celebrated in Canada? A. The 1st of July. B. The first Monday of September. C. The 1st of May. D. The third Monday of October. The answer is B. The first Monday of September. Question 126. Where are the Great Lakes? A. Atlantic Canada. B. Manitoba. C. Between Ontario and the United States. D. Northern Quebec. The answer is C. Between Ontario and the United States. Question 123. Who has the right to enter and leave Canada at will? A. Prisoners. B. Members of the Commonwealth. C. Canadian citizens. D. Job seekers. The answer is C. Canadian citizens. Question 68. How can you contact your Member of Parliament? A. By using social media site online. B. By writing a letter to the House of Commons. C. By booking an appointment over the phone. D. By waiting outside of Parliament building. The answer is B. By writing a letter to the House of Commons. Question 48. What is a polling station? A. Place where you vote. B. Campaign offices for candidates. C. Place where the number of votes is counted. D. Member of Parliament's constituency. The answer is A. Place where you vote. Question 177. How many judges serve in the Supreme Court of Canada? A. 7. B. 9. C. 10. D. 5. The answer is B. 9. Question 136. What are the three main types of industry in Canada? A. Natural resources manufacturing and services. B. Mining services and manufacturing. C. Oil tourism and manufacturing. D. Fishery tourism and services. The answer is A. Natural resources manufacturing and services. Question 189. If you are unable to vote on election day, how do you vote? A. Vote at advance polls. B. Forget it. C. Vote the next day after election. D. Vote a week later. The answer is A. Vote at advance polls. Question 33. What do you call a law before it is passed? A. A proposed law. B. A bill. C. A new law. D. A proposal of a law. The answer is B. A bill. Question 114. Where is the most important harbor in eastern Canada located? A. Vancouver. B. Yellowknife. C. Halifax. D. Quebec. The answer is C. Halifax. Question 79. If the government loses a confidence vote in Assembly, they A. Call for by-elections. B. Can continue. C. Do nothing. D. Must resign. The answer is D. Must resign. Question 170. Which of the following governments provides publicly funded education? A. City government. B. Federal government. C. None of these. D. Provincial and territorial governments. The answer is D. Provincial and territorial governments. Question 160. Which of the following describe two responsibilities of federal government? A. National defense and foreign policy. B. National defense and firefighting. C. Citizenship and maintaining highways. D. Healthcare and education. The answer is A. National defense and foreign policy. Question 110. Which country was liberated by the Canadian Army in 1944 to 1945? A. Germany. B. Austria. C. The Netherlands. D. Japan. The answer is C. The Netherlands. Question 141. Who have major responsibilities on First Nations reserves? A. Band chiefs and councillors. B. Municipal governments. C. Provincial and territorial governments. D. Federal government. The answer is A. Band chiefs and councillors. Question 98. In what sorts of jobs do most Canadians work? A. Service. B. Lumbering. C. Farming. D. Natural resources. The answer is A. Service. Question 39. What should you do if you do not receive a voter information card before an election? A. Call your local municipality. B. Turn up at your nearest polling station on election day. C. You should assume you were not chosen to vote. D. Contact Elections Canada. The answer is D. Contact Elections Canada. Question 181. Which is the most famous invention of research in motion? RIM, a wireless communications company. A. The Canadarm. B. The first wireless voice message. C. The BlackBerry. D. The iPhone. The answer is C. The BlackBerry. Question 54. Which of the following is a non-Canadian not allowed to do? A. Leave the country at will. B. Contact his or her MP. C. Take the Canada Citizenship Test. D. Vote in federal and provincial elections. The answer is D. Vote in federal and provincial elections. Question 66. What are the colors present in the Canadian flag? A. Blue and white. B. Red and white. C. Green and white. D. Red and blue. The answer is B. Red and white. Question 40. What are the parties that are not in power called? A. Tea parties. B. Opposition parties. C. Rival parties. D. Opponents parties. The answer is B. Opposition parties. Question 41. Which of the following is the oldest colony of the British Empire in Canada? A. Quebec. B. Ontario. C. Alberta. D. Newfoundland and Labrador. The answer is D. Newfoundland and Labrador. Question 17. What was the main advantage of NAFTA agreement? A. Free trade among Canada, the USA, and Mexico. B. Free trade between Canada and China. C. Free trade between Canada and the UK. D. Free trade between Canada and Japan. The answer is A. Free trade among Canada, the USA, and Mexico. Question 124. What is the Okanagan Valley famous for? A. Coal mines. B. Lakes and fishing. C. Fruit orchards. D. Sunrise and sunset. The answer is C. Food orchards. Question 46. Which province in Canada is the smallest in land size? A. British Columbia. B. Prince Edward Island. C. Alberta. D. New Brunswick. The answer is B. Prince Edward Island. Question 94. What region is called the land of the midnight sun? A. Central Canada. B. The Northern Territories. C. The Prairies. D. The Maritimes. The answer is B, the Northern Territories. Question 184. Which was the first province in the Empire to move towards the abolition of slavery? A. South Canada. B. Upper Canada. C. North America. D. Lower Canada. The answer is B. Upper Canada. Question 186. When asked who must you tell who you voted for in a federal election? A. A police officer. B. Your employer. C. An Elections Canada official. D. No one. The answer is D. No one. Question 60. What is the meaning of the Canadian coat of arms and motto Amari Usquid Mir? A. From air to land. B. From sea to land. C. From land to sea. D. From sea to sea. The answer is D. From sea to sea. Question 113. How large is Canada? A. About 8 million square kilometers. B. About 10 million square kilometers. C. About 11 million square kilometers. D. About 9 million square kilometers. The answer is B. About 10 million square kilometers. Question 72. What are the two principles upon which Canada is founded? A. The supremacy of God and the rule of law. B. The supremacy of God and freedom of speech. C. The supremacy of law and the rule of God. D. Mobility right and the rule of law. The answer is A. The supremacy of God and the rule of law. Question 152. Who governs Canada on a daily basis at the federal level? A Premier. B. Governor General. C. The King. D. Prime Minister. The answer is D. Prime Minister. Question 51. What is a major river in Quebec? A. Hudson's Bay. B. Niagara. C. Fraser River. D. St. Lawrence River. The answer is D. St. Lawrence River. Question 158. Who invented the sport of basketball? A. Canadians. B. French. C. Germans. D. Americans. The answer is A. Canadians. Question 90. Which province is on the Pacific coast of Canada? A. Nova Scotia. B. Alberta. C. New Brunswick. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 75. What is Canada's national winter sport? A. Lacrosse. B. Basketball. C. Hockey. D. Golf. The answer is C. Hockey. Question 69. Who was Sir George Aiken Cartier? A. A railway lawyer in Montreal. B. The first French-Canadian Prime Minister. C. The first head of a responsible government. D. Canada's first Prime Minister. The answer is A. a railway lawyer in Montreal. Question 122. To what ocean is Newfoundland closest? A. Atlantic. B. Pacific. C. Labrador. D. Arctic. The answer is A. Atlantic. Question 97. What is the head of the city called? A. Mayor. B. Councillor. C. Alderman. D. Premier. The answer is A. Mayor. Question 193. Which of the following are the provinces responsible for? A. Defense. B. Foreign policy. C. Currency. D. Education. The answer is D. Education. Question 71. What principles out of the following is Canada's constitution based on? A. Multiculturalism, peace and order. B. Peace, order and good government. C. War, order and good government. D. Mobility, rights, order and good government. The answer is B. Peace, order and good government. Question 83. Who chose Ottawa as the capital of Canada? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Queen Elizabeth II. C. Queen Victoria. D. Queen Anne. The answer is C. Queen Victoria. Question 180. What was significant about the Canadian Navy at the end of the Second World War? A. It was the third largest navy in the world. B. It was the fourth largest navy in the world. C. It was the largest navy in the world. D. It was the second largest navy in the world. The answer is A. It was the third largest navy in the world. Question 24. Where are the Parliament buildings located? A. Toronto. B. Kingston. C. London. D. Ottawa. The answer is D. Ottawa. Question 191. Which of the following people is the father of Confederation? A. Stephen Harper. B. Pierre Trudeau. C. Alexander Mackenzie. D. Sir John A. Macdonald. The answer is D. Sir John A. Macdonald. Question 36. What do the initials MP stand for in Canadian politics? A. Member of Parliament. B. Minister of Parliament. C. Member of the Patriots. D. Master of the Province. The answer is A. Member of Parliament. Question 163. Who represents an electoral district? A. The Commissioner. B. The Governor-General. C. The Lieutenant Governor. D. The Member of Parliament. The answer is D. The Member of Parliament. Question 78. Who can enter and leave the country freely without time constraints? A. Canadian citizens and landed immigrants. B. Commonwealth citizens. C. Canadian citizens. D. British citizens. The answer is C. Canadian citizens. Question 175. What are the three levels of government in Canada? A federal, provincial, and county. B. Federal, state, and city. C. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal. D. Federal, provincial, and rural. The answer is C. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal. Question 169. Who were the United Empire Loyalists? A people loyal to the Crown. B. The commanders of armies. C. British colonies. D. Aboriginal peoples. The answer is A. People loyal to the Crown. Question 58. What happens when the federal government loses a confidence vote? A. An election is called. B. The official opposition party takes power. C. The Prime Minister loses his job. D. The Prime Minister is no longer the leader of his party. The answer is A. An election is called. Question 119. What is the minimum age for voting in federal, provincial, territorial, and municipal elections? A. 18. B. 19. C. 21. D. 16. The answer is A. 18. Question 183. In 1996 at the Olympic Games, which Canadian became a world record sprinter and double Olympic gold medalist? A. Wayne Gretzky. B. LaFontaine. C. Donovan Bailey. D. John Cabot. The answer is C. Donovan Bailey. Question 161. Who became the first French-Canadian Prime Minister since the formation of Confederation? A. Sir John Alexander Macdonald. B. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. C. Sir Georgette Cartier. D. Sir Leonard Tilley. The answer is B. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. Question 150. Who out of the following is above the law in Canada? A. Judges. B. Police. C. Politicians. D. No one. The answer is D. No one. Question 135. From where does the name Canada come? A. From the Inuit word Kanata meaning nations. B. From Kanata, the First Nations word for village. C. From the Inuit word meaning home. D. From the First Nations word meaning land. The answer is B. From Kanata, the First Nations word for village. Question 92. What do Canadians normally wear on Remembrance Day? A. A red poppy. B. A green shirt. C. A black tie. D. A white shirt. The answer is A. A red poppy. Question 139. Which two provinces are on the Atlantic coast of Canada? A. British Columbia and Yukon. B. Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. C. Newfoundland and British Columbia. D. Prince Edward Island and Ontario. The answer is B. Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. Question 9. Who let Quebec into Confederation? A. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. B. Sir Georgette Cartier. C. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. D. Sir John A. Macdonald. The answer is B. Sir Georgette Cartier. Question 73. What is celebrated on the 26th of December? A. Remembrance Day. B. Victoria Day. C. Boxing Day. D. Canada Day. The answer is C. Boxing Day. Question 172. Who was the first leader of a responsible government in Canada in 1849? A. Louis Riel. B. Sir John A. Macdonald. C. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. D. Alec Baldwin. The answer is C. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. Question 53. Who is the father of Manitoba and defender of Métis right? A. Louis Riel. B. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Sir William Riel. The answer is A. Louis Riel. Question 85. What are the Prime Minister and Cabinet Ministers together called? A. The Government. B. The Cabinet. C. The House of Commons. D. The Senate. The answer is B. The Cabinet. Question 182. What are the Métis people a mixture of? A. Aboriginal and European ancestry. B. European and American ancestry. C. American and Indian ancestry. D. Inuit and Indian ancestry. The answer is A. Aboriginal and European ancestry. Question 82. Who is Canada's head of state? A. The Premier of Canada. B. A hereditary sovereign queen or king. C. The Governor-General. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is B. A hereditary sovereign queen or king. Question 103. Municipal government is responsible for which of the following? A. Natural resources. B. Currency. C. Garbage removal. D. Highways. The answer is C. Garbage removal. Question 74. Since when has the protocol for the amendment of the Canadian Constitution existed? A. 1962. B. 1982. C. 1885. D. 1972. The answer is B. 1982. Question 133. When is the Sir Wilfrid Laurier Day celebrated? A. 12th of November. B. 20th of November. C. 22nd of November. D. 2nd of November. The answer is B. 20th of November. Question 62. How is a cabinet minister chosen? A. By the Prime Minister. B. By the King. C. By the voters. D. By the senators. The answer is A. By the Prime Minister. Question 22. What types of jobs are provided by service industries? A. Communications and retail services. B. Transportation and education. C. Tourism and government. D. All answers are correct. The answer is D. All answers are correct. Question 140. How many provinces and territories are there in Canada? A. 8 provinces and 3 territories. B. 10 provinces and 2 territories. C. 9 provinces and 2 territories. D. 10 provinces and 3 territories. The answer is D. 10 provinces and 3 territories. Question 61. In which type of industry did most early European settlers work? A. For trading. B. Oil. C. Gold mining. D. Hunting. The answer is A. For trading. Question 2. What is the name of the royal anthem of Canada? A. Great Canada. B. Canada. C. God Save the Queen or King. D. O Canada. The answer is C. God Save the Queen or King. Question 76. Who led an armed uprising and seized Fort Garry? A. John Macdonald. B. Louis Riel. C. Sam Steele. D. Georgette Cartier. The answer is B. Louis Riel. Question 30. What are 3 minerals still mined in the territories today? A. Lead, gold and zinc. B. Silver, lead and zinc. C. Zinc, gold and bronze. D. Zinc, lead and aluminum. The answer is A. Lead, gold and zinc. Question 70. Who is the greatest Canadian hockey player? A. Wayne Gretzky. B. Mark Tewksbury. C. Donovan Bailey. D. Terry Fox. The answer is A. Wayne Gretzky.